Hey everybody, I am back with part 2 of my game review. We went through gameplay and controls, which I gave an 8 to, and storyline and character development, which I gave a 9.5 to. And I should have went over character development a bit more, so I'll do that now. Now, there's a lot of interesting character development, such as Ethan Mars. He started off as a very good architect. He had a wife, 2 kids, he had a big house. And then all of a sudden, his kid dies. He's in a coma for 6 months, and now he kind of let himself go. He has this really grown-out beard. He doesn't look very preppy anymore. He kind of looks kind of broke and has some poor clothes. He has a very run-down sort of house. Well, I wouldn't say run-down, but it's a relatively old and not as good house as opposed to the 2-story house he had in the beginning of the game. So obviously, during that 6-month period and then the 1.5 years he had to kind of think about this and try to get over Jason's death, he really took a change for the worse. He turned from a happy father into this kind of depressed and sad, overwhelmingly guilty father who is still feeling like it's his fault that Jason died. So as the game progresses, you kind of understand more and more about Ethan's character and why he will do anything to save Sean. And typically he should have done all 5 trials, even though I kind of skipped out on 2 of them, because he would have done anything. I mean, we both know it. You know it, I know it. He would have done anything. Kill a man, let himself die. I mean, he loved his son, and that's some character development right there. And I can't say Norman Jayden really progressed, had much development to him, but he did have a decent amount. I'm not going to go over like every single character or anything because that'll take too much time, and I want to get my entire game review done before I have to go to a part 3. But overall, I was impressed with character development. Some things could have been done better, but overall I was relatively pleased. The next thing I want to go over are the graphics, which I don't have to spend much time telling you that the graphics are good because you can just look at my playthrough and the graphics are amazing. I mean, you have this realistic rain, you have really realistic faces, and every single detail was kind of like just spot on. I mean, kind of looked like a real household except just a bit animated. So overall, the graphics were amazing, and I have to say, for a game of this magnitude that really wants to focus on the character development, the story, the look, as opposed to like intense game controls, fight scenes and all that, shooters and all that jazz. This game wanted to focus more on like storyline purposes and the presentation, and the presentation was awesome, so I have to give it a 10 out of 10 for graphics, which is not giving it way more credit than it's worth. It's really that good. Same goes for the music, which is the 4th category, and the music was really intense. Like, it can get intense and dramatic to gloomy, kind of like Ethan's themes, which is very hard for me to pronounce, which kind of depict him as being depressed or being in a depressing and sad situation, kind of like when he knew Sean was gone, he knew he lost Sean. When he sees the picture of Sean on his phone for the very first time, after getting his first letters for the hangman, I mean, you can just, the music makes the mood, so I was kind of like, aww. So the music, very good, very intense when it needs to be, very heartwarming when it needs to be. So overall I have to give it a 9.8, and as you can see I said, what? Why not 10? But because I'm pretty hesitant on giving the music and soundtrack to 10. I don't know why, I can't put my finger on it. It's pretty close to perfect too, but I'm not willing to give it a perfect 10, so deal with it, people. I'm going on to the last part, which is Last in Appeal. Asthma! I'm like Scott Shelby all of a sudden. So, lasting appeal, aka replayability. Obviously, the game speaks for itself. It's supposed to be like different endings. You can interact with people differently. Like you can be compassionate or cold or aggressive. Though I can't say that it's that diverse, unlike Alpha Protocol, which is going to be very interesting. I'm getting off topic, aren't I? But there's a lot of replayability to this game. You can do... The old warehouse scene has a lot of diverse outcomes depending on what characters get there and what characters don't get there, or if they're already dead. The endings, there's like over 20 endings, I believe, so there's a lot of reasons why you should go back to a certain scene, play it through again, see what happens if you fumble up too many times. Like the Mad Jack scene, for instance, you saw me take the trypticane, but there's a lot more to it. If you didn't take the trypticane, another scene would happen, and there would be a lot more risk of Jaden dying. So there's a lot of reasons to buy this game, keep it for yourself, play it through once and then play it through again. So overall, I have to give Lasting Appeal a 9 because of that very replayability, and also all the achievements, which kind of make you have to go back and play the game through again. You have to play the game several times to get all the achievements, so that's that. So overall, the game is very, very good, and it's not perfect, it has its flaws, but overall I have to give the game a 9.3 out of 10, which translates into 93%. Now, you're probably wondering how valid my point is, or why listen to me when you can listen to IGN or Famitsu. I'm not saying IGN or Famitsu is bad or anything, but you saw me play the game through my own eyes, so you should be able to trust me and my opinions that come from the very game that I played for a week or two straight. So, but just in case I actually did this, which is I actually took their IGN's and Famitsu's game reviews and translated them into percentiles. As you can see, IGN gave it a 9.0 out of 10, which is 90%, so I kind of overscored IGN's score. And Famitsu actually gave them a 37 out of 40. They do their grading a little differently, but I won't go into details. And translating it, it becomes a 93%, which is the very same percentile that I gave the game, so there you have it. I mean, me and Famitsu, me and IGN, we all unanimous, God, I can't say a word today. Unanimously agree that Heavy Rain is a good game. I personally say you should buy it, not rent it. Don't be lazy fucks. Joking, don't flame me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this game review. I'm Ryouseiken, and I hope you found this very informative or entertaining in the fact that I fumble up and fuck up a lot of words. So the next game in line is going to be Indigo Prophecy. Don't miss it. I will see you guys very soon. Oh, I have a minute to spare, so I might as well tell you my hopes, my dreams. Nah, I'm just joking. See you guys.